What's going on, guys? Doing another deck profile. This time it's going to be a mini deck profile. I'm not going to show like a whole deck or anything. Just the main deck. This is just a deck I've been using for a couple weeks now, just for fun play. And I don't think I've lost like but two whole matches with it, like over the course of 2 weeks. So I thought do a deck profile on it. So here we go. It's gonna be, excuse me, it's gonna be agents. Start off, we got 3 Hyperion because we're playing agents. Pretty simple. Got 3 Venus, 2 Earth. For a while I had 2 Earth and 1 Jupiter just because I figured I need just more agents to get the Hyperion out consistently, but I cut it just because it really just that's all it did. It didn't really get played. When it did get played, it got bottomless, TT'd. It wasn't big enough to run over 1900 beaters, which people play all day right now. So I'm just gonna went ahead and took it out just because it was just a dead card, and most of the time I already had an agent to remove. So that's how play went. Got 3 Shine Ball for the Venus, and 3 Herald for just having fairies in your hand. Kind of pair off with the odd third copy of Earth, the Shine Ball that you usually have. So you always want to draw this card at the very least. Good card to have in hand. Destroys the monster too, so it's usually well paid for. 2 Jellin Duo, amazing. The reason I really wanted to build the deck right now, just because Jellin, excuse me, Jellin Duo just, in a sense, pays for having, 3 Hyperion and, as you're about to see, 2 Christia in the deck. But another main appeal was, we have the whole Xyz engine going now. So rank 4 is pretty easy to go into. You play Mind Control because you play the Heralds and their tuners and a combination of other reasons in this deck, obviously. And then the big reason, it just functions as a Spirit Reaper, which is really good right now. And it's only going to get better once, the upcoming 10s come out, the Hanzo and Heliopolis 10s come out. Everybody's going to be trying to run Dino Rabbit as like a cheap, fun deck. So that's going to do good in that field. So just because I really want to play with Jellin Duo is the main reason I played this deck. And that's it. I mean, you just tribute for Hyperion, pop a card because you already got 1 fairy grade because you tributed it. When you top a Christia, it makes up for having 2 Christia in the deck because you want to draw, at least 1 Christia a game. But at the same time, you never want to draw a double, and this kind of makes up for it if you do. So, very versatile card. And like I just said, 2 Christia because you want to drop it. Some decks just get shut down. You play against Wind Up, shut them down. You play against any of those other special summon decks, which is pretty much a majority of the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! You shut them down. So, there you go. And, don't worry about getting it stuck in the field. People play Deep Prison, they'll get rid of it. We got Honest. It's Honest. It's a fairy to have in hand. You get it back with Christia all day. You trick people and run into your Jellin Duos thinking they're going to destroy it. It's not much to say about the card. 1900 defense, walls, a lot of those 1900 monsters right now. There you go. 2 cars. Really good in this deck. I've been trying to find a deck that does well with this card. And quite simply, we really just had to wait for the format to change up. It's starting to go that way with Cardies. You'll probably see a bit more of it played in the TCG at least. Really good in this deck because it's really good follow-up to the Herald play. You kill one of the guys, but you're like 3 cards in hand left. You just play a card, gain 1 card back, you're back in business. And this deck does have a lot of those patch plays where you just don't have a play or you don't want to have a play at the moment. You just want to set up for a next turn play or next turn Hyperion drop / Christia drop / Xyz play. And he's level 2, which pairs up with the Shine Ball / Herald / etc. etc. So that's pretty good in this deck. I like it. All right. Trigodias and I guess Gores I can put in there too. Hand traps. I'm running a high monster build of the deck, so you kind of want these. Pairs up with the Cardies very nicely. Pairs up with the first turn Venus play very nicely. or first turn Earth play, I should say, very nicely with the Trigodias. Not much back row in the deck, so Gore is obviously there. Had to use the Ghost Rare because some people they get a glimpse of the card in your hand, they think it's like a Ghost Honest, so they kill your monster and try to swing directly, and they get Gores. I've had that happen a few times actually. All right, spells. We got 3 MST because MST is a Bouse, I guess. 2 Night Beam because you just want to go off on this deck, and a lot of it's setup, smash, setup, smash. So it's pretty good. Just throw down Hyperion, hit the warning, throw the Hyperion down, hit the other back row, go about your business. Heavy. We got 2 Duality. Like again, it's a setup kind of deck. It's one of those decks that just doesn't need the setup, but I mean, okay, let me rephrase that. This is one of those decks where if you get set up, you're good for a few turns. You know, even just by having like a Trigodi in hand or having the Hyperion just lurking, getting ready for the agent to get destroyed, buff off some back row, you know. So, pretty good. Pairing that up with 2 card from the sky. Don't write this card off. It's just really good, especially in my kind of build where I just have mostly fairies and then, you know, I rounded it up with the tie-in monsters there. Really good in this deck. I was running 3 for a majority of the time. Then I just cut it down to 2 with the Jupiter because it was the same thing. It was a dead card most of the time. I had the 3rd. I ended up setting it. They MST'd immediately because I don't set much back row. When I finally do set the 1 card from the sky, bam, it gets hit. Which I don't really mind. I guess that's the job of that 3rd card from the sky, but it was just wasting space. That could have been a better card instead of me just bluffing it out most of the time. So, really good. As you can imagine with this deck, I do have those turns where I go summon, you know, where I go duality into something, cards from the sky, draw some more cards, throw out a card-D. You know, you go through a few, you know, a good number of cards there. Then you drop a Trigodi on them when they think they got a free field. 2 lands. I wanted to make that 3 lands when I was modifying the deck at one point, but I opted for 2 copies of Night Beam. Just I thought it was better than just like, oh, let me have a monster, let me have to protect it. You know, just Night Beam the card, plain and simple. And you know, 3 lands would have put me in that position where I had to, you know, end up setting back row more than I thought I should be in this deck. So yeah, I didn't want to do all that, and 2 lands usually worked out pretty well. It protects the Hyperion from getting bottomless TT'd, protects the Christia from getting deprisoned all day. Like, pretty good. And just to end on that note, maybe 3 lands may be good, I don't know, but 2 works out fine next to the 2 Night Beams, 3 MST heavy. I think that's the better way to go. Look, because it kind of ties in with that whole back row setting thing I just got through saying. You don't want to set too much. It's just enough to make your opponent feel as if you're running a regular deck, not like a one-trap deck, as I'm about to show you. Mind control because you have tuners in the deck and you play all levels monsters, 2, 3s, and 4s. Monster Reborn, Dark Hole, and the one trap is the Treacherous. Really, 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 really good. You just set it. They don't in-phase MST it. They try to go. They try to do some shenanigans. You just chain. They try to MST it. Chain. Kill the 2 monsters. Plain and simple. But that's about it, guys. That's my short deck profile. I know, 8 minutes short. All right, let me know what you think. Rate, comment, all that good stuff, and see ya.